Hello and welcome to my channel, and we are on to, I think it's from 4 of the 10 days of bits and pieces, and it's collage papers. So I decided to have a go with my gel plate. Now I have only ever used this once. I have got all the stuff. I played around, but obviously I'm really not very advanced with this at all, so it's very basic. But I decided to invest in this is a European A4 from Gel Press, so that a piece of copy paper will sit. So you can't do that when you're doing the press bit. Do you know what I mean? I'll pretty much be able to get a full sheet of print. If I can get it on there right. So that's my idea. I have a whole load. I have a whole box of Pebeo Studio Acrylics, which is what I'm going to use. I have got some of the Diner ones, which have got the kind of iridescence to them, opaque ones. I've got a lot, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, which I'm going to use. I have dug out these A4 stencils, so I don't want to be doing anything. What's the word? I don't want to be doing anything too complicated. I want to keep it quite simple. So my idea, my thinking process is that I'll put a layer down of colour and pull that onto a piece of paper, and then so yeah, trying to get my head around this. So when you use a stencil like this, you get two pulls. You'll get a ghost and a normal one. So what I need to do for each stencil that I want to use is to have two sort of plain background pulls that I can then put them over. Hopefully that will make sense. I am what's the word? I am playing with this. I don't really 100% know what I'm doing. So we're just going to go with it and see. But anyway, I'm sure we'll produce some collage papers. So you can see that this is a cutting mat. I've just got that on there. I have a brayer and some paper there that I know because I need to run that off. Then I've got the paper to print onto here. So let's have a go and see where we get. So I don't want to put too much paint on for my as I got there. Let's just go purple and pink and purple for the minute. Now I know from watching videos that you should roll and lift, not roll backwards and forwards. It should be a roll and a lift. So just might not be left myself enough room. Try not to get it all over me. Okay, so then you roll that off there. And the other thing I've noticed is you need to make sure you turn it up that way, otherwise I think I've got something on my brayer anyway, but never mind. Right, let's get this on. This I think is going to be the hardest thing. I thought, I'd have an A4 one because I can, get some really nice big prints. I hadn't really thought about how I was going to get it on and off. And as you can see that the paper is smaller than the actual thing, so I end up with I'm going to end up in a bit of a mucky mess, I feel, but we'll see. So this is something I don't know what it is. I think it's for stamps, really, but I know that you need to make sure that this is pulled, this is dry, whatever. I say whatever because I really am. I'm not making it up. I'm just feeling my way. So I think I've got. So let's have a look and see if that's going to pull. Yeah, I think so. You can see some of the stuff that was still on the mat before. So that's the first one. And I'm thinking, it might be a bit dark. So I might just leave that as a first pull. I am going to do something really weird, but it's annoying me, these bits at the end. I don't know, that's really not something to do. So I'm going to put that one to the side, and I'm going to use lighter colours, I think, in order to be able to then use a darker colour for the stencil. So I actually don't think I've got many light colours. Let's go with this one. And let's go with this blue one. Oops, that is way too much. Way too much has come on there, so I'm going to just what am I going to do? I'm going to get a bit of paper and hook some of that off. Because I do think that's too much paint. Put that there, we might use that in a bit. This is where I now start to get myself in a right pickle, because I haven't got room for everything. I don't want to get that paint everywhere. So let's just see. I might be a bit more of that glue. To remember to keep lifting. I actually think I might just put a little bit more of that blue on over the top. There. And I'm mixing. I'm not too worried about that. Right. Rid of that bit of paper before I get paint everywhere. So I need my paper. Like so. And rub this over. Parts me, I think I should have maybe bought a smaller one. It might be easier. But I do quite like that. I do pretty much get the whole of the paper. I put my hand on it because I watched a video lady. She said you can. It feels really cold. It's still wet. I want to make sure that it's dry. Okay, let's try putting this one. See what we've got. There's obviously still stuff on my I seem to have marks maybe from before. I'm still pulling stuff off, but that's okay. Right, so even though this one is dark, I am going to try doing the whole thing with the stencil. So I am going to, I think what have I got? What's a dino? What have I got? I've got Payne's Grey. Let's go. Oh, so Payne's Grey or that dark. Let's go with Payne's Grey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with Payne's Grey. Payne's Grey is a funny colour, but it's not really grey. It always seems to be, it's much more blue. See, I think I might need some more. think I need some more paint on that. Oops. Yeah, it is showing up on the screen. You can see how dark it is. I've seen of these things. I'm wondering whether I've actually marked my my gel plate, and I'm forever going to have these marks on there. Or is it something on here? Ah, no, it's saying on here. Look, I've got something caught on my. I'll have to take that off in a minute. That's what's making those C's, and there's some hairs on there. I think it must be more what's on my brayer rather than what's on the thing. So I'm just going to pick one of the stencils. Let's pick this one and just lay it down. And I think, see, this is where I'm kind of not sure. I think I then put this piece over. And yes, yeah, I'm not sure it's gonna work. Let's see. It's not fitting well, is it? Some of it's come off. You know, yes. Let's see. Some of it's come off. Okay, interesting. I think I'm going to put it back down just because it's not really showing me a particularly image. So I'm just going to see if I can pick up some more. That's better. Maybe this is better to do with my finger. It won't all be in the right place now because I've kind of moved it. That's this is a first go at doing this sort of thing. So this is my learning one. I think the idea is I'm supposed to pick up all the colour inside, where that isn't picking up. Okay, well, let's see. I mean, to be honest with you, that's still a nice collage paper. Let's take this off. Okay, just gonna put that to one side for the minute, and then I'm going to lay this one down. The thing with this is it's wherever you put it, that's where it stays. But wondering if I left the stencil on too long. Well, okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we've got this, and I like that. I do like that. I am not really sure why I've still got this on there. So I'm not going to worry about it because I know the stuff gets picked up on other rolls. So what I just want to do is I want to get rid of whatever this is on my brayer. Oh, I think it's I think it's, you know, where you have a tube of paint and you get that bit around the top. See where, so get rid of these hairs that I seem to have managed to get onto my brayer. You can tell this is not something I'm used to doing. Right. Okay. Right, so I put that on there. See, I'm just slightly worried about this. I'm wondering, I'm just going to move that to one side for a minute because I know that doesn't matter if it dries on there, but I just want to see if this will go on to another piece of paper, or whether it's too dry. We'll soon see. No, far too dry. Okay. Okay. I will, yeah. Right. So we're going to keep that on there. I don't really know what's going to happen with the next pull, but we'll try it. Just looking to see what other colours I could put on. I quite like that, even though they were a bit dark. I might go with the pink. And it's green. Now this one's a diner, so this one's one of the ones that's got a bit of a oh, okay. That one's got a bit of a shine to it. So we'll see. I think I put a bit too much on there. Not sure how the blue's gonna, but we'll see. You know, we're just gonna go with it. And we'll see how we end up. Right. So sure about this bit here, whether I'd use that or not. But it's okay. Oops, let's move that down a bit faster. That's what that looks like. So we're going to put this on and see how this. Oh dear, that wasn't quite what I wanted. But we're going to go with that. I'm just going to have to go with it, I'm afraid. I don't know what I managed to do. With my limited understanding, I'm thinking that what was left on the what was left on the gel press will come off with this pull. I don't know. I am still learning. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I see some of it's come off and some of it hasn't. Yeah. Like I said, well, I didn't say it, but I'm not too well. Look at that. Well, it hasn't all come up, but some of it has. Yeah, I like that. And there's still some on there. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do one more pull off of that, but the next one I'm gonna use another stencil. What should we go with? Those diner ones are quite nice, aren't they? The iridescence of them. Let's see what other diner ones I've got. your gold, so your iridescent. Um, 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 um. Bear with me, I'm just looking in my box at what other iridescent ones I've got. So you're opaque, you're opaque, you're dinah, there's dinahs, you're opaque, you're opaque, you're dinah, you're a dinah, you're dinahs. Sure, I've got more than that. Well, there's a red one, there's a bronzy one. Let's go with this red and the gold. Let's go full on dinah. Now, we are still going to get some of that. Well, this is more, this is red blue, this is called. Let's go with this bit of gold. You can see now I'm getting a little bit slapdash. I'm just, you know, depending on, I'm going to move this one off. Not sure about that. Might be good with some stamping on, but we'll see. So let's get this going. I've got a massive desk here. I'm still managing to work myself into a very small area. And you can see now where I cleaned that rubbish off my brayer, I've now got a much, I'm not getting those lines as me thinking I'd actually marked my thing. See, I can still see there's some stuff on there. I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to get that on. We seem to have it hanging off this end and not on this end, but you know, it is what it is. Let's go with it. See if the rest of that last stencil comes off of this. I'm going to use this with another stencil as well. So we'll see. We will see. I think what I'll do is I'll do this sort of bit, and then I will continue to have a play, and then I'll come back and show you what else I've managed to do. See if this is ready to come off. There's still some of that stencil. I'm not like, oh my god, there's still some of that stencil on there. It's ruined my. I'm not that at all. It's just that I'm not quite sure why it's not coming off. I mean, it will probably keep doing what I'm doing here. It will keep coming off in little bits, but that's okay. But like that, that's really bright. It's really bright. So let's choose one of these stencils. Maybe one with bigger holes. Let's see what we've got. What's this one? I don't even know what this is. Let's try this one. So I'm going to go with Payne's Grey again. Where am I? Where's that dark blue opaque one? Let's try this one. Prussian blue hue. And I hope I've got enough of this on this time. You can still see the residue of that previous stencil. Like I said, I'm not bothered by it. I'm just curious as to why it's not picked off. So we're going to put this on like so, and I'm actually going to use this one. I'm just wondering whether me putting that over that last one was what caused the problem. I'm just running my fingers over it this time and then just lifting it to see if I've picked up everything that I want to pick up. It's going to be quite nice. This bit that I wasn't sure about that I've been cleaning my brayer on. I've got most of it off. a little, oops, a little hanger mark on the top. We'll go with that. That's actually not bad. Not bad, not bad. Let's put that out of the way. Let's take this off. Oh, okay. Not sure about this. Not sure about this one. We're going to do, I'm going to put it onto this one. I'm just wondering if this is still too wet. I'm just wondering. Is this wet? Yeah, let's go. Just go with it. Go with it. Go with it. Go with it. Because I think this is right. Should put a little bit of. We'll see what this ends up like. Definitely some reason why that's on there. I mean, I know there are ways you can clean it. That's quite pretty, I think. Yeah. Okay. Different. I'm not sure I like that stencil. It's left a lot of really yes. So I am just going to continue playing. And I will come back. That one under there. I will come back at the end and I'll show you what else I've done. I'm going to have a little bit of a think about some of these. But definitely, I definitely feel like I'm getting into the process. So I will be back later to show you what else I have managed to do. Okay. Okay, so I've come back on because I've been I'm trying something different here. So I put on the paint, three colours, and I kind of did it like an ombre. But then I've used well, this is still that previous stencil, there's little bits, but I've used well, let me get the thing and show you. I have a little box of things. So I have these I've had for years, these texture tools I've used, the lids of these little boxes, cotton reels, aerosol, tops, all sorts of things to do some art making. And I have to let that dry. And I think I'm just about dry. Okay. So I'm going to I've decided, I think I'm going to put pink. Now this is dry. I'm going to put a layer of pink and then you pull that off. And then the idea being that the pink should be at the back. That's dino. I don't want the dino one. I want this opaque one. And you should see the pink through these bits. Yeah, these bits here from cleaning. I'm going to do something with those, not quite sure what yet. So let's just now this pink. all over. Now you could do, my understanding is you could do another, you know, some more stuff in this, you know, more mark making, let that dry. But I thought I won't push my luck, shall we say. I'm not going to push my luck. So, and then you have to put this one on wet to pull off. So let's get that on. I find this I think is for stamping, but I'm quite liking it, and I'm not, you know, bothered that it's picking up the paint from the edges. You putting it over the back. I'm not that bothered. I'm not gonna, you know, as you can see, this is purely for me to, whoops, push down and get this to dry. So I'll see what this one's like. Make sure the paint is, look. Nope. See the pink paint still on the gel plate, which means it's not dry enough to pull. So see, I may have put too much on. I'm just going to let that dry, and I will come back and we'll pull that when it's dry. Okay, so I don't know whether I didn't leave it long enough or whether it was, I mean, unfortunately it's stuck. It's on my gel plate, which I'm not too bad about, but I'm really pleased with how that's come out. I can always trim these bits down. I think there's definitely a usable piece there. Just need to see if I can get these bits off. And I think I'm just gonna do, oh, definitely making a mess. I think maybe it was too much paint, too thick a layer, which caused the paper to stick. So yeah, I'm going to try one more. I'm going to use, these are stencils I've made a long time ago from hot glue, with a hot glue gun. So I'm going to have a play with that, and then I think I will call it a day. And then yeah, I will be back to show you everything that I have been doing. Okay. This one, I put a much thinner layer over the stuff I did with the stencils. I quite like that. It's seems to now picked up a lot of stuff, but I've still got some other residue, but I'm not going to worry too much. I'm going to leave that on the gel press for next time. But okay, I'm going to tidy up, sort out, trim these down, and then see where we're at. I have been through and kind of cut into things that I, you know, cut bits off that I didn't like. So these are the ones from the actual press, the gel plate. I'm quite liking these. Love that one. That one, I'm kind of like just like the ombre effect, so I'm going to keep that as it is. That one with stencils, and that was the one I did that kind of was too wet, but I've managed to get some of it out. These are the bits from the brayer. And on this one I did a little bit of another pull from the plate, and I did when I was using one of the stencils, pulled some stuff from that. But I just thought I might just add some stamping onto these with some of my Janie's original stamps. Go with these, I like these tickets. So let's I'm just randomly taking them off because it will be what it will be. So I'm going to go on this one. I'm using vintage sepia. I don't really want to use black. I'll tell you what I will use of piece of paper that I can stamp over. Yeah, I'm not that not wanting I don't think at the moment anyway, a black, oops, hello, a black image. I'm going to try and be good and put these back as we go, as I go today. I'm not usually very good with doing that. Some of them are upside down, but let's do it that one. So I am thinking maybe black would be better because it's not really popping much, is it? So let me just get my tin and my little wax. I'll tell you what, I've got smoky grinders made. I'm talking to myself, so just work out where my tin with my small black is. Might have gone away. In which case I will really want the big one. So I can't be able to go and find a little one. So this is just same stuff, but it's black. And I think we can get a better, more of a pop from this. Oh yeah, I was thinking I didn't want such a big pop, but I'm thinking maybe I do. I do like it. Let's do some on this one. Okay. Way. What else might I like on here? That's a ticket. This one. Get that off. Yeah. That's me. Right. Oh, just about get away with that, I think. Hmm. It'll do. I'm not overly convinced on that actually. But no, we'll go with that. So that's that one. Yeah. Work it out. I think maybe what I don't like was the mixture of the foliage with the tickets. I'm quite liking this on this. What should we do? There. I may end up just fast forwarding this or just showing you them all done at the end because I've got here a little while because I'm faffing about what what stamps to use. No, I like that. I like that. Okay, so I am going to get on and I'm probably not going to stamp on that one or that one, so I will be back when I have done the others. So these, oh, I've still got paint on me, sorry. These are my finished collage papers for this prompt. So these are the ones I've just stamped. I've used Janie's Originals stamps. This one I didn't stamp, this one I didn't stamp. Stamp that one. And then these are the ones from the gel plate. So I will take photos and I will put that at the end of this video so you can see all the ones I did. So yeah, quite pleased with that. So a nice little stash of collage papers. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in probably 3 days for the next of the prompts. Thank you.